Hi, welcome back to Smithy's over 100 golf courses in a year, and today is Monday the 7th of October 2024. I've been away down the southwest, South Wales, North Devon, Cornwall, South Devon, staying in Somerset last night, and I'm going home today, and I've driven most of the distance, but I've now called in the northwest to course number 147 this year. This is the Wilmslow Golf Club. Let's go and see what it's got. Ladies and gentlemen, it's course number 147 of 2024. It's the Wilmslow Golf Club. On the tee, the man back in Cheshire, where it's very affluent, but apparently some people don't have holiday homes in Abersoch in Wales. From Kirkintilloch in Scotland, Smithy! And this is the opener at the Wilmslow, 360 yards, down into the dip, across the stream, rising up, and then it's going to dogleg to the left. I think that's the 9th and 18th greens down there, so we better get teed off while there's nobody on them. Well, I hit a decent drive into the breeze at the first, and there's the dog leg. I can see the pin, the kind of trees. I've not hit it far enough to stop me being blocked out a wee bit, so I need to go to the right. Well, this is the first green, and as usual I'm just short. Happens all too often in the par 4s, not being a big hitter. I'm still out of breath there. I stupidly left my 3-wood in the car. Well, it fell out the bag in the car. Suddenly realised I didn't have it, I had to run back. Second at the Wilmslow, and it's normally a long par 4 at 418, but I moved the tee about 30 yards further forward, so even at say 388, still going to be a long one. Dog leg to the left, some bunkers up the top there on the left hand side. Another tee shot straight down the middle, opens up the dog leg on the second. Fair distance. And this is green at the second. It's quite a very narrow green. Smithy ball, unfortunately that's there in 3, but it was a nice bump and run. But yeah, it goes back a long way. First par 5 at the Wilmslow, the third hole, 488 yards, dog leg to the right. Again, quite a few bunkers around. Well, I've not done a shot by shot on a par 5 for a while, so we'll do one now since I've made a decent drive. View down to the green, trying to avoid the bunkers still. A nice second shot as well, just short of that bunker. So it's reachable, but it still looks a reasonable distance. Somebody on YouTube made a comment why I don't show more of my own shots, apart from the fact I'm rubbish. What I might do is I've got a tripod. I might set up the phone to film some of my putts or something like that if the course isn't busy sometime. Oh, I've hit a low stinger. It's up the left for my third shot. That could be in the bunker. I'm coming up towards the green, and as I feared, yeah, it's in there. I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to play this as my fourth shot. Well, remarkably out the bunker at the first attempt. That's not what I've been doing lately. A few yards short of the green on the fringe, on the apron rather, and to left the pin, gone too far. The bump and run didn't work that well. I'm about 9-10 feet away for a 6, and back down the hill, missed for a 6, so that's a gimme for a 7. Yeah, I'm not too keen on actually showing my own shots. I kind of prefer to concentrate on showing off the course. And so we move on to hole number 4 at the Wilmslow. A long par 4, 384 yards. Straight one this time. Well, the fourth hole looks straight on the card, on the map, but it does shift to the right, so it means I'm kind of blocked out by that tree there because I've gone to the right. I'll show us in the middle of the fairway this time. Unfortunately couldn't get a fade in that one for my second shot, but looking up to the green, there's a ridge in front, so it's a pitch up, built up green. And hole number 5 at the Wilmslow, 355 yards, par 4. Says straight in the card. Well, to trust it, I think I can see the flag away up my distance, so there's still a slight dink to the right at the bottom. A view to the green on 5, over that bunker there. Unfortunately my tee shot went in towards the trees, I've had to chip out. The 6th at Wilmslow, first of par 3s, 162 yards. It's just straight down. It actually looks a very plain hole. And the green at the first par 3, the 6th hole. Oh, just missed it by 1.5 yards to the left hand side of it. Another par 5, this time the 7th hole, 451 yards. Looks straight, there's quite a few bunkers down the middle there. Glorious afternoon here. Considering I was in Somerset this morning. Not quite as sunny, still dry though. 2 shots played at the par 5 7th hole. Slight wind falling as well, so about 140 in at the pin. On the green at the 7th hole, and there's that Smithy ball on the dance floor again. We've got about 12-13 feet for the birdie. And hole number 8, stroke index 1, 406 yards, par 4. That's going to dog leg to the left. I can see the pin away in the distance, just seemingly under those trees on the left hand side. And there just ahead is the 8th green. I'm having a spot of trouble in this hole. Tee shot into the bunker. Pitch out, 3rd shot, there it is, in the bunker, shot to the green. Last hole on the front 9, the 9th hole, par 3, 121 yards. Definitely the high spot of the front 9. Elevated tee there, and there's a stream in front of the green, lots of bunkers in front. So I think the idea is to go big. Clubhouse up on the left. The 10th hole we're climbing up and walking past the clubhouse over the top. I'll just see my ball land in the green, albeit away at the back of the green. Looks like a nasty downhill putt, but you really don't want to be short in this hole. I'll take a side view of the 9th hole, so you can pick out my ball. Top left there, and what is nasty putt down the hill. And climbing up towards the clubhouse, I'll have a wee look back down at the 9th, the par 3 there, see it from a different angle, tee up the top. And that's the end of the front 9 at the Wilmslow. Smithy against the golf course. Well, I'm bang on level with my handicap, so it's a draw. And on to the 10th, 344 yards, par 4, dog leg to the right here. And the flag's up there between the trees for the 10th, so I'm blocked out again. Not hit it far enough with my tee shot. After the dog leg on 10, view up to the green, there's a little ridge in front. And hole number 11 at the Wilmslow, it's 315 yards, so not the longest one. And another slight dog leg here into the left, so I'm going to hit it far enough to the right to hopefully get an approach in this time. Well, on the 11th I tried to hit it further out to the right, but failed on the left hand side of the fairway. So get a big tree stuck in front of me. And the 11th green with a clubhouse in the background. Couldn't see where my second shot went, is it just straight into the sun. And there it is, green side bunker. On the 12th hole at the Wilmslow, 365 yards, par 4, bending round to the right. Round the bend at the 12th hole, view to the green. 2 quite hefty bunkers guarding it. Now 13th, it's a par 5 at 491 yards. I think it dog legs to the left. It might go down a hill, but the initial shot off the tee, quite a narrow one for the first 50 yards. So we've got a pond there and a second pond just in the distance there. But we're not going to take Queenie the stunt golf ball out for this one. 2 shots played in the par 5 13th, and it dog legs to the left. And this bunker here is right in the way when you're playing your second shot. Fortunately, I'm just to the right of it. The 14th hole here at the Wilmslow, it's a par 3, and off the yellows down there it's 146, but I'm going to play it off the whites, because if I go further downhill it's going to become an uphill par 3. I'd rather it was on the level. So here it is off the whites at 170, I think a far better hole. Looks a bit tight on the drive. Water going across. On to the 15th, stroke index 2, it's a long par 4, 402 yards, going to dog leg to the right. Can't see much of it at the start, over the little ridge, don't know if it goes down the hill. On a dog leg opening out at 15, this is a really long tough hole this one. A few more bunkers to contend with. Well, I made a bit of a mistake there, and this is the 15th green, but behind it, I think it's something like the 7th or the 8th. I was looking at that yellow flag, so I'll put it right through the back of the 15th green. Next hole, the 16th. Big dog leg to the right here, par 4, 382 yards. Quite a sharp dog leg as well. Well, this is my view at the 16th with the second shot. You've really got to give it a huge drive here to open out the dog leg. It's so tight. It's way down there somewhere. And this is what the green looks like in 16. Once I eventually reach the dog leg. So I've hit 2 of them over there on the left hand side. Still got about a good 80 yards to go. And the 17th at Wilmslow is the last of the par 3s, 149 yards. Looks a bit further than that, into a dip, and then it's a steep rise up to the green. It's on a level with the tee. A couple of big bunkers there. This is a tough hole. It's going to have to give this one a welly. You don't want to be short. And looking back from behind the 17th green, back up to the tee there, and there's the Smithy ball on the dance floor. So we're about 12-13 feet short, putting up the hill. Pleased with the tee shot though. And we're finishing with a par 5 here at the Wilmslow, 471 yards. That's going to dog leg to the left. Plenty of dog legs in this course. This time it's going to go down a hill. I've already seen the 18th green. It's alongside the 9th green. As the sun's going down, it's been nice to be playing today just in a t-shirt. Lovely weather. What's the score? Smithy against the golf course. Well, that par in the last par 3 there, it's put me all square with my handicap. So need a bogey for the draw. Par wins it for me. Well, I've played 2 in the par 5 18th. Well, I just didn't get that extra roll down the hill. It would have added to the yards and made it a wee bit shorter into the green. But this is a view down into the green there. The 9th green's behind it. As the gloom settles in, as the sun's going down a bit. But I'm just saying to myself, do not hit it left into that stream. And do not hit it right into the bunker. So straight down the middle onto the green, that'll do nicely. Oh, down at the green at the 18th, and not a bad effort. Just 2 feet off the front of the green for my third shot, so I need to get down in 2 for the win. Just missed the bunker. Couldn't see the shot in the sunlight, what there is left of it. Oh, and that's a super putt up there. A foot away, that's a gimme, that's the win. Thank you. Well, that's me finished on the 18th here at the Wilmslow Golf Club. Smithy against the golf course. Well, that was the win there with a par 5 at the last. Tough with that. The course itself, very good paddling course. Top quality in terms of the greens. The greens have been spiked, but they're coming back and you can tell that they're excellent. Fairways are excellent, tee boxes, courses in great order throughout. Front nine's a wee bit more flat, a wee bit more undulating on the back nine. And the holes that stood out for me. The opener's a nice one, the 18th, coming down to lovely hole. Both par 3s on the back nine, but the real one that stands out is a par 3 9th hole. That's an absolute beauty, that one. But my only bugbear would be the green fee really. 100 quid today, 120 in the middle of summer, but I actually pay the braid rate, which is 65. And I think when it's 100 quid you're expecting a bit of wow, and apart from the 9th, we're really getting a wow. As I said, it's a very good paddling course. It must just be, I think, Cheshire, this part of Cheshire, the green fees are quite high right around the area. From a value point of view, I think you're actually better served sailing in South Manchester, a few miles up the road. But that's no criticism of the green fee. The golf club itself, it's much more of a members club. During the summer there's not that many visitors tee off times available. So that's their prerogative anyway. And giving the course a mark out of 10, it'll be a 7.75 for me. So that's all from here at the Wilmslow. That's the end of my 3-week trip. I'm going home tonight. And what I'm really looking forward to is the Scotch pies in the freezer. 3 weeks away, no Scotch pies, had to make do with the Cornish pasties. I might get out tomorrow. I'm off to Croatia to watch Scotland later in the week. Whether I get out tomorrow or not, depending on the weather and how tired I am. Catch you later.